Only 5% of homeowners who sell their house do it completely on their own. Just 5%. And almost every one of them who tried it points to the same three headaches. Today I want to talk about those three, and then I want to talk about the one that nobody warns you about. I am Ron Siegel, Certified Liability Advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. So here's the picture. You decide to sell your house yourself. No agent, no commission. You keep more of the money. On paper, that sounds great. Then reality shows up. The first headache is getting the price right. Price it too high and your home sits. Every week it sits, buyers start to wonder what's wrong with it. Price it too low and you just handed away thousands of dollars you'll never see again. Here in California, where the equity in a home can be double what it is in most of the country, getting that number wrong is not a small mistake. On a typical California home, being off by even 3% can be $20,000 or $30,000. This is exactly why we put together a program to help sellers price and position a home to the highest possible sale price, not just a fast one. It's called SalesMax, and you can see it at rsrlinks.com/salesmax. That's rsrlinks.com/salesmax. Get the most for your home is not luck. It is a strategy. The second headache is knowing how to prep the house. What do you fix? What do you skip? Which $500 repair saves the sale and which $5,000 remodel is more money you'll never get back? Most people guess. Guessing with your largest asset is an expensive hobby. The third headache is selling within your time frame. Maybe you have a new job, a new baby, or a home you are trying to buy at the same time. The clock is real, and a house that does not sell on time can blow up every other plan you have lined up behind it. So what does this mean for you? It means selling solo is a lot to juggle, and getting any one of those three wrong can cost you time, money, or both. This is exactly why I always tell people to work with a great listing agent. I am not a realtor. I do not list homes. I have a real estate license. I'm not even qualified to use it for that. But I work with trusted agents every day, and a good one handles all three of those hard parts for you. If you need an introduction to one, I'm happy to make it. But here's the part nobody warns you about. And this is the part that is actually my job. The hardest part of selling is not the sale. It's what you do with the money afterward. Think about it. You sell, you walk away with a check, sometimes a very big check. And here in California, that could be $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 of equity or more. And in that moment, a lot of people make a decision out of fear instead of strategy. They take all that equity and dump it into the next house to get a smaller loan, or they pay cash, or they rush to pay off a mortgage early because somebody told them debt is bad. And that is where I get to do the most good, because strategy beats rate always. Let me give you an example. Picture a couple who sells and walks away with $300,000 in equity. They're about to buy a home around $665,000. Their instinct is to throw the whole $300,000 down to shrink the loan. Feels safe. But that money, once it's buried in the walls of the house, is gone. They cannot get to it without selling again or borrowing it back. That is what we call dead equity. Now compare that to a plan built around safety, liquidity, and return. We look at the whole household, not just one loan. We look at the household blended interest rate across everything they owe. We keep some of that cash liquid and working for them instead of frozen in a wall. Same family, same house, completely different financial future. One version is reacting, the other version is strategy. That's the difference between eligibility and suitability. A lot of people can get you a loan. That is eligibility. Figuring it out what actually fits your life, your goals, and your money, that is suitability. And that is what a certified liability advisor does. So if you're getting ready to sell, start here. Go to rsrlinks.com/salesmax. That's rsrlinks.com/salesmax. That's our program for pricing and positioning your home to pull the highest possible sales price instead of guessing and leaving money on the table. Getting top dollar for your home is the first move. Building real wealth with that money is the next one. Let's do both right. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Thanks for listening to the Real-Time Real Estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com.